I mean, without knowing about this person, how much crazy? I guess I'm saying. Do you think it really was, or like, do you think the pills really affected him that much?
Well, I really don't know too much about the situation, but I do know this: whenever you on any kind of narcotics, whether it's prescription drugs, you doing some heroin, you tooting, whatever, whatnot it might be, you ain't you ain't the same person. So whenever they talk about like a temporary insanity, it really is. You get some person on some meds, and like I said, I don't care if it's prescription or if it's illicit off the street, but that time period, they ain't thinking right. You think about when you just get drunk, when you just get straight up high, and you just, you out there for a minute, you be like, man, I did that. Now you put that in combination with somebody else who got some issues, who are already violent. All it is a magnifier. It makes you stronger, whatever you is. It's like the kryptonite.
And then he got you, and on the answer machine. He said, tell the brother here he's got good threads, and tell D to help him out.
Tell she.
We don't. I'm not talking to him.
Personally, she. Yeah, this is all nerd.
Baby, you ain't in that camera if you want to talk to she.
My voice can be heard. That's good enough. Is it cool under any way to want to date a 14-year-old girl?
The 16-year-old girl, no, yeah, the 16-year-old limit.
Well, I'll tell you like KRS once said. She was 13, but she was good. But he said that jail time won't be so good. Her brother's gonna beat you good. You look at it, girls look so good, but the brains are not ready.
That's what I was saying.
I'd rather talk to a woman because her mind is so steady. You can't lie and say you can't look at some of these young girls out here because they will be physically developed. That's just the physical part. But once you go into the real mental part and the other aspect of it, a grown man really shouldn't see that.
But here's the thing, though. Other cultures are marrying people at age 16.
No, you know what? But see, that's just it. It's a cultural thing. We was raised that way. Well, that's what we did, what we knew, and what we grew. And then that was the laws of the land. You mess with a 16-year-old, you a sex offender.
Because in Georgia, in different states,
but in the places where they is marrying people after like 13 to 15 years old, they usually taking care of that person for the rest of their life. They getting set up for good. It ain't no wham bam.
That's what he was talking about. He was talking about having sex with a girl at 13.
No, that's what he was talking about. He said he had no problem with what R. Kelly did. R. Kelly is not married to that 14-year-old girl.
No, he said married.
And R. Kelly is a little bit different because that 14-year-old girl didn't look like no woman. She looked more like a little girl, which is close to pedophile.
He said it was cool because it was in the Bible. My whole thing is this. Like I told him that normally when you take a 14-year-old girl in other people's country, their parents are taking care of the dowry, you get land, you get something. And it's mandatory that you stay with that person.
And that's my point. That was my point. That was my point.
No one-night stand.
Yeah. And he
ain't got nothing to do with
love. He clarified that.
It ain't got nothing to do with love. Half the time, if you ask that 13-year-old, I bet you she don't even want to get married.
No,
we told a story on buildin.com where dude wanted to marry his girl in Ethiopia. His parents told him no because his girl was a commoner. He cut his genitalia off. He gave it to his parents like, here you go. You want it so bad. I mean, that's you talking about other countries. Buildin.com, y'all. We got the craziest news.